Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Have you ever downloaded a file from Google Classroom and discovered it was zipped but had no idea what to do next? Or maybe you're a teacher trying to upload multiple files neatly into Google Classroom. In this video today, I'll show you exactly how to create a zip folder, upload it to the Google Classroom, and how your students can download and extract the files inside, and also how they can send the files back to you by the end of this tutorial. Zip folders will be super easy for you to use. Let's get started. First, what is a zip folder? A zip folder is simply a compressed folder. It allows you to combine multiple files into one single folder, making it easier for you to upload, to send, to download, and to organize your files.
Alright, let's dive right into our tutorial for today. I'll be showing you how to now create your zip file. Okay, how you can send those multiple files all at once to maybe emails you're sending to platforms like the Google Classroom, or you're trying to just share it across to someone through a Bluetooth connection. Alright, but today I will be limiting this tutorial on zipping the folder and sharing to the Google Classroom. Okay, this is the folder we're going to be working with, the web page file. So I'm going to open this folder, and right here you can see that I have multiple files here. I have picture files, I have JavaScript file, I have a CSS file, I have a HTML file, and I have the Visual Studio Code installer file right here. And so I want to send these files across, okay, through Google Classroom. And so the best and easiest way to do that is to zip the folder where these files are and send the zip folder across through Google Classroom. So let's do that in a few seconds. All right, so I'll just close this, and this is the folder. So you can do this in two ways. You can do this straight from the desktop, that's if you have your folder on the desktop page, or you can do that through your file explorer page. So either you have those files saved in desktop or your document or downloads, right? So wherever you have the file saved, you just go there. So let's take, for instance, I have the file right here on the desktop side. Yes, of course, the file is here, so definitely it will be here. So let's find the file we're working with, and this is the file right here. So all you need to do is click on it, right click, and find the command that says send to. Now for some updated Windows 11 system, you won't be able to see this command just popping up there, right there in front of you. Okay, you would likely see something that shows you show more options. All right, something like this, something like this. Okay, so all you need to do is to click show more options, and then you will see the command that says send to. So once you can see send to command, you click on compressed zip folder. And so what that would do is that it would automatically create a zip version of that folder. Okay, so you just wait a while. The file is quite good, and this is it. Here you have it. You can decide to change the file name, or you can decide to leave it as the same name. All right, so that's our zip folder right here. You can see it right here. So this is the folder, and this is the zipped file. So this is what we are going to be sending across through Google Classroom, and students will be downloading these files. So this for students, for teachers, if you want to zip a folder, this is how you do it. All right, step 2, let's send the files to Google Classroom, and so students can access these files. To access the Google Classroom, all you need to do is click on the Start button, click on your Google Chrome and click on the account of which you're accessing your classroom from. Okay, so wait for it to load, and then you come down to Google Apps, click on it and find Classroom. So this is our classroom right here. So if as a teacher you'll be uploading here and your students will receive it. But before we continue with this video, please, if you are new to this channel, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified when we post another educative video. All right, so I'm assessing my classroom from this particular class. So I have two classes here and I want to use my private space. Okay, so as a teacher, all I need to do is come to classwork, click create, and click assignments. All right, click assignments because you might likely want the children to send the file back to you, send their own zip folder back to you, and that's why you have to use assignments. Very important, you have to use assignments. Okay, so let's take for instance you put a title, web page file, and then you give an instruction. Okay, so take off these points from 100 to ungraded. You can choose a topic, you can create your topic. So since this has to do with web page, so let's say we are dealing with ICT. Okay, so just create your topic and you can set a due date if you want to set a due date. All right, okay, so now let's upload the zip folder. Here you come here to upload, and then under this place you're going to see browse. Click browse and find the uploaded files on the zip folder on desktop. Okay, we're looking for a zip folder. Here is a zip file, so you click on it and click open, and so you wait a few minutes for the folder to be uploaded. The zip folder is almost done uploading. And there you have the zip folder here. See, this is the zip folder. And then under this place you can say, you can click here and make a copy for each student. All right, so make a copy for each student, and that's it. You can assign the folder to them. Now we're going to look at what the student side would be like, what the student Google Classroom would be like. So let's access these files from the student side. Chrome. And this is the student side Google Classroom. Okay, so Classroom, and this is my private space. Okay, so from the student side, let's open to access the files that was sent by the teacher. I'm sure you can see the file right here. Okay, so click on it so students can access the file, right? So this is the instruction you give to the students, and this is the file right here. So all students need to do, so for if you're a student and you need to download a zip file, this is how you go about it. Pay close attention. All right, so all you need to do is click on the folder. Now it's going to give you this command that says couldn't preview file because this file is too large to preview. All right, so all you need to do is come here to more options. Okay, there's three dots right here. Click on it and click open in a new tab. So once you click open in a new tab, it would open up with a way you can actually see this download button. So all you need to do is to click here, download. Once you click download, it would prompt you to this page. And so all you need to do is to click download anyway, and it will start downloading. I'm sure you can see it right here. The zip folder is being downloaded right here. Okay, so let's wait for that. Once it's downloaded, you can find the file in our file explorer and we can access this file. So once files download on your system, you will likely find them under the download side. All right, so let's go to our file explorer. Let's go straight to our file explorer and open downloads. So right here, can you see the file? Can you see the folder right here? Okoye Esther web page file. Can you see it right here? So this is it here. Okay, so this is the folder that just downloaded. Now, how do you extract the files in the zip folder? So that's the next step in this tutorial. How do you extract the files? So let me just maximize this. So all you need to do is come here, double click on the zip folder, and then you see the button that says extract all. Okay, and all you need to do is just click that, extract all, and it will prompt you for a destination where you can save this folder. So where do you actually want to save it? All right, so if you prefer to save it in the same directory as where the zip folder was, you can do that. But if you prefer to use a different location, you click browse and click desktop. You say, oh, extract this on desktop or extract it, but I don't want to do that. I just want to save in the same directory. All right, so this is where we're saving it. We're saving it under downloads. All right, so you just click extract, and now these files are being extracted. Remember, take note of this: do not access the files when they are still zipped. You have to extract the files before you can access them. So let's close all of this, and so we can see the zip, the extracted files. Okay, so let's close all of this, and then let's go back to File Explorer. Here on downloads, can you see this? We have the zipped file, the zipped folder we downloaded the first time, and here is the extracted file, Okoye Esther web page file. So if you double click on this and double click again here in here, you would see these files. If this video helped you, please make sure you like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more videos. Share this video to a fellow teacher, share this video to a fellow student who are struggling to send multiple files all at once. Now, as a student, how do you send a zip folder back to your teacher? All right, so let's say your teacher gives you an assignment and you need to forward the zip folder to her. For instance, a web page folder or a couple of designs that you did, like about 3 to 4 designs, and you cannot send it one after the other. You need to zip it and send the zip folder to the teacher. How do you do that? So let's close down all of this, close, and then come this here so we can access. Now look at this. You want to send back, remember this is the web page file. For instance, you're done with your own web page and you want to send it back to your teacher through the Google Classroom or through the assignments he or she gave to you. All right, so you can see this button here that says add or create, right? So but first of all, let's make sure that the zip folder is ready. So I'll just minimize this, and here I'm not using a web page file now, so I have a couple of designs in this folder, right? I have a couple of paint designs here. All right, so I'm going to zip the folder. So let's right click, send to compress zip folder, and that's it. So I'm doing that now straight from the desktop page. You can see that. So this is the folder we're going to be sending back to the teacher. So let's go back to our Google Classroom page. So this is the student side. So now you're going to click here on add or create. Add or create. So you're going to click on file. Don't click drive, don't click link, don't click docs. You're going to click file. So once you click that, it's going to bring you to this space and you're going to browse. Click browse, go to the location of the folder. Remember, our folder is on the desktop, so let's get it on the desktop. And this is it here, my paint design.zip. So this is the zip folder. Click on it and click open, and that folder is going to upload right here. Now this is it. You see, we've uploaded my paint design, the same, and it's a zip folder, as you can see. Now once you're done uploading the folder, the zip folder, or the files you want to send back to your teacher, all you need to do is to click turn in. So if you don't click turn in, your teacher won't receive your file. So let's click turn in, and it will ask you, you have two attachments here. Now if you actually do not want your teacher's work to appear, you just want to send yours across to your teacher, all you need to do is to cancel and then come here to take off the previous one your teacher sent to you, right? Just take that off and then send only yours. Turn in, and here it will tell you one attachment will be submitted for web page file, my paint design. So you click turn in. All right, so now let's check the teacher side to see if your teacher has received the file. So this is the teacher side, and we're just going to reload or refresh the page. Student work. So you go all the way to student work. Okay, so this is the instruction the teacher gave. As a teacher, this is the instruction you gave, and this is your student's work. So one person has turned in, and this is the work of the person, my paint design. So you click on it to assess that person's work. So have you learned something in this video? Was this video very helpful to you? Make sure to leave a comment, and make sure to like the video, and make sure to share to your friends who do not know how to do things like this. Thank you. See you in our next video. Bye.